Yes, people, we're back again here. And I'm talking on a positive note, but in a bit of a struggle in the Premier League going into day number 3. Still not relegated though, which is a big plus. As yes people, welcome back to episode number 3 of season number 5 of the Hartlepool United career mode here on FIFA 22. Now before we get started, I'll say it again. Make sure you have liked, subscribed with the big red button down below, click the notification bell next to that, and then click on more under the description and follow the links down below. Before everything, once you've done all that, come back to the video, take your popcorn out and enjoy, because it's gonna be like a film today. We've got some relegation 6-pointers already. Yes, I know. Already, which we've got to win. We've had a big injury in the squad. And the league position, which we've just flicked to, not very good. Still, the same amount of points as Man United, but below them on goal difference. As after 4 games, we're going to zoom in right here. West Ham still have a game in hand. Brighton, Nottingham Forest and Newcastle are all in that relegation zone. Guess which 3 teams we play today? Yes, we play all of them. We also play Leeds United, who are 7th, and Leicester, who are 4th. 3 wins out of 3 for the Foxes, so it's going to be difficult to see who we play, but we definitely play in the first game, Newcastle United, which is kind of like a North derby. I said Sunderland was it last season. Newcastle's quite close as well to Hartlepool in proximity, so the North Coast, it's going to be a feisty one, as West Ham, I think, have dropped into the relegation zone. I don't think they won, as we've got a loan offer here from Coventry for Ezra Bateman. That actually isn't a bad one, you know. But we don't have that many defenders, and the window is shut, so we're going to reject that one. Get rid of the message. 20th place Newcastle, even after they've spent all the money. Let me show you again. After everything they've spent, 0 points, 4 defeats, 0 goals scored, minus 9 goal difference. This is here for the taking, even with our squad, and even with the injury to Baker. He's out for 5 months, almost half of the season. As I put Fowler in there, a youth player. Not going to go for the youth straight away. We'll go with Thompson, as this is the first team. This is the team we're playing against, Newcastle, the biggest 6-pointer of them all. Cantero is in goal, with Baldock, Niamasi, or Giazino, as I think he likes to be called, Staunton, Knight and Calderon, O'Reilly, Beltran and Thompson, John and Butterworth. The bench you can see right there, Pedro and Basui, Evans, Fowler, Bolton, Famewo, Marinovic, all still waiting for their chances. Sad to see Marinovic there, but he still isn't going to play, as they're away at St James's Park. And Newcastle's team here at St James's Park, Luis Maximiano in goal, Tete, Ilustro, Chimarula, Garcia and Vina, with Joe Willock, Brahim Diaz and Doumbia, Weissman and Neil Maupay up front. He's not the kind of player you want just in between your 5 at the back. Hate him. But of course, if he's on your team, you don't mind him, as it's a bit like Brighton's kit hours, of course, as Baldock cutting inside right here. Thompson onto Beltran. O'Reilly round the corner. John has that run on down this wing of Georgie Baldock. Can we get an early goal in this one? Keeping a little bit of the ball. Of course, they are on bad form. We want to add to that bad form. Even spending 100 million whilst on it, as offside right there. But of course, it's going to be an even game. We're not going to dominate them in the Prem. Not so far with the formation and everything as well. As Brahim, Doumbia, Weissman has a bit of a gap. Tete with the shot. He's fresh from Tottenham. They must have signed him from him anyway. He played against us when they beat us 3-0 as a corner ball early on for the Toon Army. Can we get it away? Maupay with a header. Weissman the same. Had to make a double save. Steve Bruce still in charge. They've gone back to their old manager, of course, haven't they? The board, as Staunton with a bit of a header. Knight with a pass away into Niamasi, who tries to run. Not the wisest of choices from the Frenchman, as they're still coming at us here. Maupay into Willock. Staunton with a block. And he's used his hand. Penalty early on to Newcastle. Possibly the worst start of all. It's going to be Weissman against Santaro. And it's off the post. They've missed. Oh my days. Get rid of it, Niamasi. Don't let it hit you like that. Again in the box as Knight takes it down on his knee. And we've actually not conceded straight away. Cantero dived the wrong way as well, but passed it straight back to him. Now we've got it back. We've survived. We live another day as, hang on, good ball over the top though, and Cantero had to get that one right. Newcastle definitely the better team, you know. And you can tell they haven't scored a goal all season when they hit the post with the penalty. That must be gutting as we still live another day. Newcastle, 2 chances, but still moving forward. Butterworth, O'Reilly. Butterworth making the run over the top. That was a good header from their player right there. Butterworth onto Ben Thompson on the edge, and he's placed that one over. Just keep them ones down, and we might stand a chance as Butterworth again. At least we're getting a bit of a passage of play going. Round to O'Reilly. O'Reilly's going to find John. Now Thompson. Thompson quickly over the top into George Baldock. Now into John again. Thompson through the middle onto Matt O'Reilly. Passes it back to Beltran, who drills one. Maximiano with a good save. The little player doesn't have good shooting stats as well as now John does. He's going to go for a long shot. Hits a defender. Around the corner to O'Reilly, who just can't get it through that gap, but we're starting to grow into it. It's just what we need to do as Neil Maupay gives that one out wide into Vigna. Don't let it happen like this before half-time. Doumbia looking for an angle, doesn't get his pass right, and Staunton's first to that one into Baldock as well. Can we attack before the half-time whistle blows? Butterworth, make that run. John over the top, looking for his strike partner. Butterworth loves to get his head in there and make that ball connection as he's put it into the back of the net. It is 1-0 before half-time to us. Dan Butterworth gets on the ball over the top, and our number 29 celebrates in front of the home fans. I don't mind that. I mean, it's early on in the season, but still we take the lead over Newcastle, who struggle this year. Brilliant take. Try not to get ahead of myself, of course, as Knight. Whoa. Risky business for Cantero, but it was easy in the end as we lead at St James's Park away from home 1-0. We're doing better away than at home. Of course, 1-0 against Villa away. Seems to be happening again. Sure, we've got lucky with the penalty miss, but I'll take this all day along as Thompson to O'Reilly. Butterworth up and running now in the Premier League, you could say, as he's allowed to carry that ball. Hits it straight at David Garcia and wins a corner kick. I will take that. Just need a good delivery. Niamasi's forward. Gitruinzo, of course, and that's a good run! And a brilliant save. Oh, it's hit the side netting. No save. Staunton off the ball. Should have put that in. Still tasked with keeping these out as Tete now around the corner for the Toon. Big read right there from Josh Knight and onto the path of O'Reilly, who's coming off in a minute, and that's a yellow card offence. Beltran to keep on running though. He's got the option at the side of him coming through in Ben Thompson. Harit with the tackle though, and Newcastle released again. It is relentless from the Saudi Arabian money side as Willock into Maupay over the top. Can we win that header? Baldock does well. The Magpies recovering again as Maupay over the top. He's not a passer of the ball, he's a poacher as we easily get the ball with Baldock. And we're going to go forward again. Subs, I don't think have been made yet, have they? No, Evans in on the field. The same with Pedro, who we're going to try and get on as Johnny's still on. I'm taking him off, give him a rest as Calderon needed to get a delivery in the box. And he's out of position as they drill at us right here. Oh no, Staunton! No, no, no! Rhys Staunton missed the tackle and Sean Weissman scores the first goal for Newcastle in the league so far. We might drop points here to bottom spot, which we don't want to do. We've been so good. And late on in the game, they have the goal. It came from Calderon, but Staunton, you can't afford to do that. Cantero, he can't afford to do that as well. That should have been an easier save than you made out. Just sticks his gloves in the air and doesn't really dive. Newcastle level it up with the first goal of the season. Beltran has the ball as well. We've gone for a defensive midfield. Thompson, Evans and Beltran as Butterworth. Can we get this out to Bolton, who's just come on? Not really. And Beltran easily read in the middle there. They're claiming for a foul, Brahim, but never a foul. I'll say it properly this time. Staunton comes out to get it. Into Baldock. Through the middle. There we go. Onto Evans. Have we got the fullback for Pedro? We don't. Tallman's not going to get his delivery into the box unless we get someone to cross it. Here we go. Baldock hit Pedro first time. He's tall enough. But easy for Maximiano. It'll be a frantic finish as Vigna back. Just almost added time. Jesus Chimoliera, I think that's the left back, charging forward on that occasion. Into Brahim. It's through to Willock. And Weissman's off. Oh my days, I panicked then. He's offside, it won't count. The Geordies are going mental at the linesman for that. You can just tell us we've got to whack it forward. We've got to try and reach Pedro. We do reach him, but the referee's blown his whistle. A 1-1 draw in this 6-pointer, so it's not 3 points each, it's only 1 point. Should have took them all. Avoiding defeat away from home is a good thing though, as hey, puts us above Man United again, who have failed to win. And Marinovic is talking about how he's still progressing his rating. He's going up rating still. And he's 33-year-old. I'm just loving this guy. Maybe he does get a chance in the team at some point. But Cantero, apart from that one shot they had, did pretty well. Mostly all he had to do was distribute the ball, as we are playing the team we managed in the first save this year. It is Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, what we couldn't take them to. And it's going to be the same team for a simulation. Yes, I want to play Leicester, and I want to, I think, play Brighton, because we have played Leeds in this save already. Sorry, Leeds fans, if you wanted to see that, but I've got to time this well, as I've got a good team as well. Please, they survived last year. We're in relegation zone this year, and they've beaten us in the 90th minute at our place. God damn, we were 2-1 up. O'Reilly, Baker and Butterworth. Then Jorman and Ryan Yates to put the nail in the coffin. That was a sour tasting defeat, but still, Brighton next. We play them. They are 1 point behind us in 18th. Newcastle, West Ham and Brighton in the bottom 3. Didn't expect it. Not having the seasons they should be having, if you ask me, as West Ham have won their game as we play after them. Sterling grabbing player of the month. It was Werner the month before, and he plays for Manchester City now as well. Southampton dropped below us with a game extra played. That's good stuff. And we travel to play their rivals all the way to the south coast. Brighton, Hove Albion in 19th at the Amex. Difficult trip. As do we change the team after that late collapse? I think I'm going to Evans to come in. He was really good last season. So yeah, Evans is going to be on the left-hand side. Maybe a bit of a risk, but Thompson a rest. Got to change the team up when you lose. And we will go with that. Knight and Staunton's ratings. Absolutely amazing how them two have grown. It's good enough team, I think. Let's get travelling. It's a long journey. And Brighton Hove Albion's team in the sun. Areola in goal. Tariq Lamptey, Klosterman, Twanzebe, Fredri and Mensah. With Kovacic and Souček. Briel Mbolo, Brobbit and Kelechi Iheanacho. That team to be in the relegation zone, I don't care how early on it is or how unlucky they've been, is a disgrace. They should be pushing for Europa. Oh, never mind pushing, they should be in the Europa League. Kovacic and Souček as the midfield trio, or not trio, duo. Well, if you count Mbolo in Cam, that's just out of this league. It should be out of this league into the Europa, like I said, as we're still going to have to give them a game, and we're going to have to try and get 3 points to avoid the drop zone, as Baldock with the ball here. We're trying to play it in the centre. We've got the pass off there. Evans back into O'Reilly, who's going to strike it. Hits Klosterman into Beltran, who hits Twanzebe in the way. Tried to get us off to a right start. Still a tad unlucky right there, as now, don't know who this is. Mensah running in circles. Allows Baldock to get the ball away. O'Reilly to pass it forward. Look at that run from Butterworth. Didn't opt for him in the end. Opted for Lee Evans, the smart, cool head in the team. Back to John. John, that pass. That is one of the easiest ones you'll ever have to make. We can't mess them ones up in the Premier League. We did better in the Championship, as that's a good ball up to Brobby, the new striker they signed for, I think, almost 60 million, who makes a mistake right there. And Butterworth to come away with it. Over the top. John doesn't run. We haven't conceded yet, as Tariq Lamptey running around the houses. He gives it back into Klosterman. Frederick. Back heel. Kovacic now with it. Souček lifts one over the top. Brighton all around our box, sniffing at our goal, as we need to try and get that away, please. Please don't let him turn you like that, Baldock. He got back and forced him to go backwards, as Mbolo's pass across the box doesn't work, but they still get the ball back in the middle. Shot on! Brobby blazes it over. Lucky not to be punished right there, as Beltran gets the header down from Lee Evans. Good header down as well. And John, slipping up on the ball. You know what? Logan John must have his head on the Lazio move that didn't go through, because he doesn't seem to be playing well here this season at all, apart from his penalty against Villa. As Mensah with the ball. He's passed it into Mbolo again. Almost half an hour on the clock. Brighton walking all over us, showing us how to keep possession, as that's the edge of the box. That's a good cut inside from Beltran though, and hopefully this is a good counter-attack this time. Butterworth into Calderon. Don't make more than 2 passes this time, but still, back to us. Can we make more passes this occasion? That's a good one around the corner. Into Calderon, who tries to deliver, but Tyreek Lamptey is rapid. 30% possession is all we've had so far, as I saw a run from John. But we are on a bit of an attack right here before half-time. Could we get us something? Baldock over the top. John Free in the middle. And he does head it home. 1-0 to us away at Brighton. You don't come all the way to the coast for no goals, as Logan John, he proves me wrong, gets the header in from a great Baldock cross that time. 1-0 us. At the wrong end to celebrate with the fans, but just before half-time, we take our chance. In between both centre-backs. Bang! Past Alphonse Areola in goal to make it 1-0 Pool. And we will take that at the break. 1-0 to us. Just got to keep composed. Got to make sure what happened against Newcastle doesn't happen, as they are 1-1 with Everton. So they'll stay in the relegation zone as well. No changes in particular I want to make. Maybe some later on. And we've got to make sure they can't continue their dominant possession game, which had us on our toes in the first half, can't lie, but it doesn't matter how much you have the ball, like Grant McCann said before he got sacked with Hull the other day. They can take the match ball home, we will take the points, as Butterworth into John round the corner, into Baldock, chance to cross again maybe, back post this time, Evans running in, Matt O'Reilly, head that down please, loses out to the 6'5" giant in Souček, as we're just unlucky there again, as Kovacic into Souček. Brobby with his back to us. Iheanacho want to flick up. Sent Cantero, who's come out for the ball. That would have been a pass back, mate. Just stay in your goal. Defence dealt with it fine. As John round the corner into Butterworth. Look at Calderon go as well. The left wing back. You should be back defending, mate, after Newcastle when you lost it, as he's going to pass it into the gap, though. That's a good ball. Into Matt O'Reilly, who takes it in his path. Doesn't get it off. Into John. Blocked by Klosterman. And time for a double change as Baldock lifts that over to Beltran. He's coming off alongside Butterworth in this game for Pedro and Fowler. We're going to play Brandon Fowler. A lot of interest in him in the summer, so he must be pretty decent, as Calderon's offside. And the subs will make the way on. Don't make me regret him. Really hope we don't, as Calderon through the gap. John feeding backwards. I like that. I don't mind him dropping once we're winning, of course, as he's got the ball right here. Looking for Pedro over the top. Tuanzebe handball, but we did get the ball there on a little breakaway. Is it? Yes, it's our ball. I thought they were going to give it the other way for a second there, as Garzino picks it up. The centre-back, O'Reilly, has no spot around him, so he's going to have to be the one to cross it. Or is he going to? That's a dodgy tackle. Nothing given, though. Just a throw-in. That's a bit stupid, as we'll pass it. John, back to O'Reilly. Whipped in towards the edge of the box. Over Fowler. And Aaron O'Connell to try and run away. Is it O'Connell? I think it's just Connolly, isn't it? As they're going to try and break away. And Bolo through the gap. Souček forward. Tyreek Lamptey's rapid, but Knight. What a tackle. And we're still fighting to get it away as Brandon Fowler chasing his men down here. He's a bit of a rapid guy, this number 33, as it's through to Souček. Brighton not giving up. When it's still 1-0, I am very nervous. Gap right there for Mbolo. Messes the pass up to put them through. Niamasi with a dodgy clearance. Only as far as O'Connell, or Connolly, as it's blocked again. Niamasi making up for it. Now Calderon to hook it away to Pedro, who's never missing a header right there. Gets it backwards, but dodgy ball from Fowler, the youth player. Connolly chipping it over the top. Under pressure. Offside, as we've got 4 minutes to see out this 6-pointer. Come on, please don't let us down. Jerzino, yes, that's his name. Through the gap onto Bolton, who's come on at wing back for Calderon, who was tired. Evans, who's still on the field, had a good game to be fair, the 71 rated. Through that gap onto John. John tries to turn his defender, gets a bit of a gap. Oh, and a big save, Areola. Big save. Added time. Just make sure they don't get the other side of the field and we should be fine. As we do, of course, have Pedro in the box. 6'6", wins his header. Straight to Areola, but get back, boys. He's not clearing it. And it's not urgent as the final whistle goes. And after the disappointment slipping up against Newcastle, we've beaten a very good Brighton side. Away on the south coast, Graham Potter will be disappointed with that one. Hartlepool 1, Brighton 0. Can't say possession got them anywhere in that game as we are 14th away from the drop zone for a while, but I don't know how long it'll be. Leeds United and Leicester up next. I want to play the Foxes. No experience against them in this save so far. Plenty of messages flooding through. Going into Leeds, who are 11th at home. So, what will be the changes? I mean, I know it's simulated, but I really don't want to take Evans off. Had a very good game for us last time out, and I don't get the fitness with Beltran, Calderon and Knight. I don't know why the diamond ain't going green. I haven't subbed Knight off all season. Just a weird thing that I just always pay attention to. So, what's the score going to be? I expect Leeds to give us a very good revenge job from the FA Cup last year, and they do. 1-0. Just a 1. It's Somerville in the first half. João Pedro missed a penalty, and it's another defeat. We know we can't rely on simulated games in this first season to carry us over the line, as it is not a 6-pointer this one, but should be a good game against Leicester away from home at the King Power, who are having a flyer of a season. We've got to make sure we try and peg them down a notch. 3rd in the league now. Jeez. Doing better than I thought. Where are Man United, in fact? Are they? They can't be at relegation zone. The Crystal Palace have gone in there now. We're only still 1 point above it. And, yeah, Man United are above Arsenal now. They've stepped it up big time. But Leicester, 1 defeat all year. Can we make it 2? As I'm going to rotate the team around a little bit weirdly for this next game, but sometimes you've just got to do it, haven't you? So Cantero's in goal still. I'm not going to walk you the whole way through it. Just Bolton's changed. Thompson's in for Evans, who was on good form, but I'm going to play Thompson instead. And I've gone with Pedro up front for Butterworth. Try the tall man from the start, because teams might not expect that. They can battle with Soyuncu if he's still there, and I doubt Evans is still at the back, as let's see what we can do against the Foxes. And Leicester's team, have they got tall centre-backs? Pickford's in goal. Daniel Amati, Luis Felipe and Vestergaard definitely are. With Henrique at left-back, Palhinha and Wijnal, Trincao, Leshbella and Guendouzi supporting Anime Guerre up front. Might have reached potential now. Decent bench. Michael kept out by Pickford. Unusual stuff. It's obviously working out for them, however, with their league position as let's go. Premier League opposition again, 3rd place. Can we get off to a bright start? Pedro, get yourself in the box. Bolton to Pedro, the 2 changes I made. Trying to link up straight away. That is just what I want to see from the rest of this game. However, we always start strong and just go a bit sloppy after that. So keep it up. Pedro loses it. That's going to be our downward spiral now. There's Daniel Amati running round the outside of the defence right here. He flicks one on onto Trincao. Trincao going all the way back into Palhinha. Palhinha to Trincao again. We've got to watch ourselves. Good tackle. Josh Knight now gives it forward into Pedro, who's going to run. The striker, he's got a bit of pace for him, you know, the tall player. But Luis Felipe comes across to block him off as well. Palhinha through the middle. We've survived 13 minutes. So much for Leicester's fluid football. As Leshbella, though, into Palhinha. Shot coming in. Handball again. It's always bloody Staunton with that animation, isn't it? He needs to cut that out. As a penalty kick to Leicester. We'll start us off at the King Power right here. Will they do a Newcastle and miss? Guerre against Cantero. Goes down the middle to solve the riddle for Leicester City. Early goal for them. Just what you don't want to do against 3rd place in the league. Concede straight away. Horrific start. Oh well, got to try and get back into it, I guess. As Beltran through that gap onto Thompson. Thompson trying to feed Pedro straight away. There was a clip of the ankle there. You're right, referee, as who's got the best free kick accuracy. It looks to be Fran Beltran with not much as well. So I'm gambling on maybe just FIFA gods taking this into the back of the net. Beltran over the wall. Maybe a bit more power would have done it. And Trincao with the ball on the wing. Not at Wolves, not at Barcelona, but at Leicester. They've got quite a few Portuguese players in the team. They've got Palhinha as well. I don't know where Kiao Henrique is from. He might be from there as well. As Wijnal. Looks like they've swapped over now. As Leshbella trying to take another shot on from range. O'Reilly's in the way. John to pass it forward to Pedro, who can turn. Can he? No, he's took out. Another rough tackle on the big man as Thompson gets no support from Calderon. And he's going to have to play it inside right here. John, can we switch it across? Good movement. Bolton whip a ball in towards Pedro here. Gets the header. And it is saved. That's what we want. Bolton's crosses. And of course Pedro on the end of them, as I'm going to get him at the front post, the tall man. Pickford, don't leave your line. He doesn't. Pedro with the header off the legs of Pickford. Another big chance from the head of Pedro. He's doing well at making chances, but just not finishing them off so far, as O'Reilly finds him again. Pedro from range. Top corner bound, but Pickford scrapes it out. And it shows we still can create chances as Trincao. Don't kill the game off now, I've said that. Do not make it 2-0. 2-0 so hard to get back from as Wijnal. Guiri straight at Cantero. That was quite easy for him, to be fair. Should have done a lot better with the shot, as we're going to try and run away from his goal right here. O'Reilly to bring the ball forward. What can he do here? Gives it to the side into Luke Bolton. Bolton, nowhere really to go, so goes back into Beltran. Pedro. Should I get his name right? Calderon on the overlap. Calderon with a shot. And he's giving one of the young fans who sits in row A the ball already. How nice of him. 1-0 Leicester at the break. And no changes to be made yet, as Palhinha going out wide into Daniel Amati running forward. He chests it inside of us. Can we get that tackle in there? We do. Perfectly timed, but Calderon dwelling on the ball. The Mexicans have took time to adapt, which they don't have, as Jazino doesn't. What a block that was from the tall man, as John. We need to try and get away from him here. Oh, pass is just off from O'Reilly, who's slacking a bit at the moment. Staunton gets in the way. If it wasn't for a penalty, we'd definitely be giving Leicester a game right here, as... Oh, no. I have no idea how we've got away with that. So incredibly lucky, as Thompson across into O'Reilly now. Beltran through the gap into Pedro, who's coming off. And I'm putting Basui on. Yes, the youngster I haven't given much of a chance. He's unhappy. He spoke to me before the game. He's going to get his chances. Can Pedro maybe make one before he goes off? He's there supporting, but can't get the pass around as meant. That should go out. It doesn't. Kept in by Trincao, charging across the field. Lesha into Guendouzi, and Fox is going to try and get forward again. Guiri, Guendouzi, back to Lesha. The play is sublime between the cams. Maybe we need a cam. Maybe Fowler needs to come on. As Lesha 1-2 Guiri, 2-0. Game done. Game dusted. Get the youth on. Leicester have run away. A good second goal from them. And a shame as well. We should have done a lot better. Didn't read the runners. Didn't get the ball. Jorginho, who kept us in it early, running away from it. And Guiri taking the chance. And to be fair, on paper, I'd say Brighton's team is just as good as Leicester. So, I mean, praise to Brendan Rodgers. He's got his team playing very well here to be in third position. Whilst Brighton, right in the relegation zone, might not be after this game. Might have gone above us. And we might be in the zone. So, let's push and try and get one back to put the pressure on. O'Reilly round the corner, not working out. 7 minutes to go. Calderon, the only Mexican still on the field. Well, not at the moment, but Beltran is coming off. Them two have been disappointing. Have they got the physicality for the Premier League? That is the question, because at the moment it seems like both of them don't. I mean, yes, they are small and they're not going to be strong, but you've got to get stuck in. As Lesha over the top into Guendouzi, heads it down. Guiri, it's round the corner. Bolton away, only as far as Palhinha on the edge. And that is how you finish a game. 3-0 Leicester. Absolute thunderbolt of a half volley from Palhinha. I cannot say much more. Cleared from Bolton, only as far as him, who takes a touch and bang. Blow me neck. Definitely the best team we've faced this season, as that could be costly. Could be in the relegation zone with that one. Not good stuff. Not good stuff at all, Brendan Rodgers. All praise goes to him. Best team we've played. Better than Tottenham. Better than Everton. Better than us. As the table sees us sitting 16th, so still not in the zone. Brighton do have a game in hand. Watford, Crystal Palace and Southampton now bottom, as Newcastle have found form after their draw with us. Haven't lost since then. But still, I'm not too overconvinced. 6 goals, the lowest scored in the Premier League this season by far. Even Watford, bottom of the league, have double digits. Newcastle have now scored more than us, and they didn't score at all. Shows Pedro needs to get his head on more things. Butterworth needs to improve. And John just needs to keep up what he's doing, but with more help, as Let's see if we can make him more help in the next episode, of course. As unfortunately, guys, this is the end for today. Thank you very much for watching. I am sweating like mad in this room. It is very warm. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. That really helps the channel and shoves it out in the algorithm. So I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, in a bit. Follow the description links below. And peace.